Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco. Today we've got two games for you. We're playing top of the table Hanwell before we face bottom of the table Stocksbridge Park Steels. Now before we get into today's episode, I've got to backtrack a little bit. Last episode we offered a contract to a player and then he got injured and we withdrew the contract and then we backtracked because that was a bad idea and Matt Cotton hasn't played well at all. So it's time to welcome back Bailey Mummery. He's very kindly decided, he's just gone to, well, I want to click on the thing. Where's it gone? There it is. He's very kindly decided to come back to us. He's on slightly more per week than what we got him down to, which is a little bit annoying. But, you know, we need another attacking midfielder. Matt Cotton hasn't played brilliantly since you were last here, so it was kind of needed, I think. We made a bad decision just rejecting it because he got injured. That was stupid. He's fit again now. It's not even that long. So he's going to come back in, Bailey Mummery. Going to offer a slightly different dynamic, I think, in that attacking midfield position. He's not quite as good as Matt Cotton, apparently. But Matt Cotton's not played very well at all. So he's better than what we've got at the moment, I think. Interestingly, he wants to be a shadow striker. So that's what I mean by the different dynamic there. Hopefully, him playing as a shadow striker, perhaps we get someone else in. Perhaps Connor Robinson can play more defensively or perhaps a more supportive role. This guy can score the goals for us, maybe. He's got a finishing of 9, which isn't that bad. I mean, I've seen better, but it's not that bad for this level. I reckon he'll be okay. I reckon he'll make a decent impact here at the club. And hopefully he'll try and push us up towards that top of the place finish that we really, really want this season. And we're going the right way for it, actually. If we look at what's happened since you were last here. Nice little transition there. Do you see what I did there? Not really a nice transition at all. But, you know, since you were last here for the Offset United, it was a Bowers and Pitsy game and the Sheffield game. A loss and a draw. Wasn't the best, I've got to say. Since then, we've not lost a game. So that's good. We have relied on own goals significantly, I've got to say. Starting off with the Bristol Manor Farm game, this own goal. I'm going to show you 3 own goals in this highlight sequence. I want you to comment down below which one was the best own goal, because quite frankly, all 3 of them are absolute crackers. So we'll start with this one from Ash Kington. I think we have to may fast forward slightly for it. It was a fantastic own goal, though. It gave us the 1-0 win against Bristol Manor because it was only 1-0, and this was the goal that got it for us. It was quite spectacular, I've got to say. Let me just see if I can fast forward. I'm not quite sure exactly when it all happens. Oh, look, it's about to happen here, I think. I think we're coming forward with it. Gary Jones puts it forward. Kingston on the ball there. What does he do? From the edge of the area, to be fair, puts it back to his goalkeeper, who seems to have his back turned, I think. Just let it in the back of the net. So that was the first one. You know, spectacular, but it gave us the win. So fantastic. We got 3 points in that game. We then played Clitheroe in the cup, the Intergro Dudson League Cup thing. We won it in extra time. We didn't play particularly well in that game, I've got to say. Can we click on that properly? Yeah, we can. We won it in extra time. Again, another own goal from one of their players there. It wasn't as spectacular. We won't show you that one because that was just a little tap-in sort of thing. Wasn't that good. Or should we show you it maybe? Let's show you it. We may as well show you it, to be fair. We're showing all the own goals in this one, so we may as well show this one too. The cross is ready to come in and it just sort of bounces around the area and it just sort of taps in the back of a net. Not quite. It looks like Connor Robinson got it, I think, really, but it just sort of hit a player, sort of tapped in the back of a net. So that one, we won't count that one. We won't count it. It's not really an important one. After that, though, we played Mansfield in the league. Jack Warrener with a goal there to make it 1-1. Again, we didn't play particularly well in that game. We were lucky to grab a point in that game. So we've been lucky so far in these 2 games because we relied on own goals scoring them. This one, no own goals scored against us, or for us rather, so we didn't win it. That seems to be the issue. The Greasley game, though, 2 own goals in this one from Greasley, gave us a 2-0 win. So that was another 3 points gifted to us pretty much. And these two own goals, they're not just own goals of the season. If they were scored at the other end of the pitch, they would be goals of the season. So we'll start with this first one then, actually. Get rid of that so we can see what's going on. We get on the counter-attack pretty well, to be fair. Connor Robinson wins the ball there, and I'm thinking, right, Connor Robinson's going to score the goal. Doesn't score the goal, obviously. Passes it back to their number 5 here, O'Neill. What does he do? He passes it back to the goalkeeper. What a finish that is. That's what I mean. That could have been goal of the season. That could have been goal of the season if it was an actual goal. But, to be fair, it still could be goal of the season. Can an own goal be goal of the season? It could be, but this one, the second one, potentially even better. Let's watch this one when it wants to load itself. Come on, then. So Emery gets the ball then. Emery puts it up the field, up towards Kelly. And it goes back to O'Neill again, who's already scored the own goal. Puts it back to Kelly. Neither of them want to pass it back to the goalkeeper, but they decide to pass it back to the goalkeeper. And it's literally the exact same thing. Pretty much the same distance as well. I mean, you're literally halfway into your half at that range. I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing, but clearly these 2 players have got absolutely incredible long shots. And maybe we should try and sign them, actually, as Warren actually comes very close afterwards. But the 2 players there, let's have a quick look at them once again. O'Neill and Martin. Which one of those had the better own goal, and which one out of all of them was the best own goal? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, moving on after that, a 2-0 win over Carlton in the third round of the League Cup, or the whatever the cup we're in, puts us into the quarterfinals, which is in a little while actually against Witton Albion, who are in the league above us. So that's going to be another great test for us. And after that Carlton Town game, we played Cleethorpes, and this is the only game I was actually pleased with that we played in. Like, none of these games have been particularly impressive. We've been very, very lucky to win most of those games, I've got to say. This one against Cleethorpes was the most convincing display that I'd seen, with Harry Robinson and Connor Robinson scoring there. So that was the only game I was pleased with, which doesn't really fill me with much hope for this game against Hanwell or Stocksbridge Park Steels, but hopefully we'll come through anyway. As for the table then, as you can see, we sit 6th in the table on 27 points after those good results in our favour. A single point off the playoffs, but we are still 8 points off Hanwell, so a win today would go a long way to us catching them up. We'd be 5 points behind them, of course, but beating Hanwell is, it's easier than said than done, isn't it, really? Hanwell have been incredible all season, only lost one game. However, their recent form, if we look at their schedule, it's been better than ours probably, but it's been less desirable. 4 draws in the last 6 games. So hopefully we can try and capitalise on that and grab the win today. Right, so this was the line that we had for the game against Cleethorpes. I want to make one change, or 2 changes technically. What I want to do is we'll just put Aitken on the pitch temporarily in that attacking midfielder position, but we want to bring Bailey Mummery on in that attacking midfield position now. I mean, Matt Cotton, you've had your chance this season. He's not really been that good. So Bailey Mummery's going to come on as a shadow striker on attack. And then I think we move Connor Robinson to his more preferred pressing forward position on support. And maybe this will change things. Maybe this is what we need. So hopefully this will be a positive change for us. We'll submit that team there. Before actually we do that, we'll talk about the team. Emery starts in goal, as you've known, all season long. Roberts, Jacqueline, Idahan and Walker as that backline, with Holmes and Stocksbridge in the middle. Kelly and Harry Robinson on the wings today. They've been playing quite well. And of course, as we just spoken about, Mummery and Connor Robinson are going to be starting in that sort of middle attacking phase of the pitch, perhaps. I don't know quite what to call it. Because the sort of shadow striker is kind of like, I don't know, a striker pretty much, aren't they? But they're not quite in that striker. I don't know, it's a difficult one to explain. It's not really, is it? But I've made it difficult to explain. Right then, kickoff is upon us. We're at home against Hanwell, so that is in our favour at least. Hopefully the home crowd will be our 12th man today as we take on top of the table Hanwell. They were in a different division to us last season. I think they were sort of, it's like Bristol, they were in a different division and have sort of just been moved across to us for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I don't think they might have been relegated. I know one team was, but I don't think it was Hanwell. Either way, we're playing against them today, and we should, if things go to plan, with my new tactics in mind with Mummery and Connor Robinson, win this game easily. I mean, the first 15 minutes look positive. 2 shots to 0 shots. 50-50 possession. That's not so good. Importantly, though, they've not had a shot yet. That's good. They can't score goals if they don't have shots. Importantly, we seem to have a lot of shots in a lot of games and don't score goals, so that could be an issue as well. But the first highlight of the game is upon us as Harry Robinson, is on the ball. Puts it over to Roberts, who's in a lot of space on the left-hand side of the pitch. Gets it into Holmes a bit more centrally, into Kelly, into Mummery. His first touch of the ball that we've seen. Hopefully he bags a goal today on his debut. That'd be great. Robinson gets the ball into the middle. And kind of just gets cleared, actually. And here come Hanwell now on the counter-attack. Andrew's got a lot of space on that right-hand side. No one really going towards him, and the ball forward was a bit of a poor one now as we move into 5th position because Morpeth are losing, I think. So we go ahead of them a goal difference. That's nice to see into the playoffs. Hopefully, though, we'll go into the playoffs by... That was perfect timing, that, wasn't it, really? That was perfect timing. Okay, so we're 1-0 down. 1-0 down, but let's bring it back to 1-0, boys. Let's bring it back to 1-0. Mummery on the edge of the area, back into Holmes. Holmes out to Roberts, who should have made better use of the ball there, really, rather than giving it back to Holmes. We're not really giving ourselves the opportunity to create a chance right now, when really we should do. Walker out on the ball, puts it into Robinson. Robinson back to Walker. Can we just get the cross in? Or something. That would be nice. Idahan into Holmes. Holmes, get it out wide on the other side. Stocksbridge does. Roberts now with so much time to put the cross in. Does. Harry Robinson gets kind of on the end of it after it's been cleared. Mummery on his debut. How have we not scored that? And why has there not been a penalty either? This is frustrating me already. We spoke last episode, actually, didn't we, about the curse of the viewer. It's happening now, isn't it? It's happening now. We didn't lose when you weren't here. Look what's happening now. Well, one shot from Hanwell. 1 goal. You love to see that, don't you? You love to see that. We've got a whole second half to turn things around, though. And I believe in us. We can do it. You know, we've done some pretty amazing stuff with Lincoln United so far. And by that, I mean we came second in whatever league we're in, Evo East. I won't lie to you. I did say we'd win the league at the start of the season. It's not looking likely. As things stand, we'd be 11 points behind Hanwell, and Hanwell don't really look like stopping, do they? They've been excellent all season. I'm worried about that. I am worried. We've got a chance now, though, to try and peg them back once again in this game. Another chance to try and peg them back. That's what I mean. They're playing around dangerously in the area. 2 men in there. Connor Robinson is offside. Really? I think the luck is starting to run out. We've had so much luck with own goals in between episodes. It's all run out now in one go. We've had we should have scored 2. We have scored 1. 1 was offside, technically. I won't have that. Another one we should have scored as well because it bounced around so much. And then a really stupid goal to concede as well. And here's another highlight now. A chance perhaps for us as we intercept that free kick. There was a very, very poor free kick. Holmes up to Robinson. Robinson back to Holmes. Into Scholes Beard. Mummery now. Mummery's kind of impressed me a little bit. To be fair, we've played very well this game. We're unlucky not to be winning it. It's really unfortunate. That's nearly an own goal there. Nearly saved by another own goal. Imagine if that was an own goal. That would have been ridiculous. We'll nearly get a tackle in there. That's it. That was the highlight was for the nearly own goal. That's depressing. Oh, I'm going to be so salty if we don't win this. Or do you get anything out of this? Hanwell don't deserve to win this. Look at the stats. They don't deserve to win this. We've got one last chance, though, as Warrener retains possession, actually, around the edge of the area. Cotton now, out to Walker. The cross is blocked. And I don't think this is going to be a chance now. I think the clock's just going to tick down, unfortunately. I thought that was going to be a great chance for us to get one right at the end. There still is a chance as Kelly wins the ball into Warrener. Just wide of the post. It wasn't really going to trouble the keeper too much. And that's full time. 2 shots they had. 1 on target. Went in the back of the net. And it was stupid. And we should have won that. We really should have won that. If we scored half the chances that we actually create that we should have scored, we'd be top of the league. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If we take the chance, there's so many chances that look so easy that we miss. If we'd scored half of them, I guarantee we'd be top of the league. Hopefully, though, Stocksbridge Park Steels, who are bottom of the table, will change our fortunes. Hopefully, we'll win that one. And if we win that one, if we don't win that one, rather, I'll be furious. Oh, wow. I've just bagged my National B licence. I did try and go on a coaching course a few episodes ago, and I thought I was on it. Until I read the comment section, and a few of you pointed out no. The board said no, but I should read it wrong. I asked again, and they said yes this time. So I've now got my National B licence in coaching. So let's have a look at me now. Look at those attributes. Incredible. To be fair, actually, a few of them have improved because I put all my stats into coaching and attacking and tactical. So these have gone up a little bit. And I feel like all my mentals I put into man management and maybe motivating. So all these have gone up quite nicely as well. So that's pretty good. Should we have to do another one? Start a coaching course. Should we ask the board to do it? Will they accept it? Can I do a coaching course? Then no. No money apparently. We've got no money. Oh, we actually do have no money. We have less than no money. We've got minus 2,600. That's happened recently. That's a worry. Let's try and forget about that by beating Stocksbridge Park Steels. I think I'm going to keep the team the exact same. We played incredibly well against Hanwell. Did you see the stats? We dominated that game. We just somehow lost it, which was annoying. You know, the only stat that matters really is the scoreline. And we didn't win that one. But we won all the other stats, so I'm happy with the team. I think we should win this one. Right then, kickoff is upon us. If we don't win this one, I am blaming you entirely. Because the curse of the viewer has already been prolific this season so far as Idahan puts it in the back of a net. He's the centre-back, but actually he does have some of the best free kick stats in the entire squad and demonstrates it there with a beautiful free kick that really should have been saved, I think. But at least we've scored now. We've scored from not quite open play, and we've not had to rely on own goal at least, but it's a goal nonetheless. Temporarily puts us up into 6th. We've got a really good goal difference, actually. To be fair, we do have quite a good goal difference. It's just a shame that we don't score more than 1 goal in a game, really. If we scored a lot more and more frequently in games that we draw, that would be great. But we've got another chance now. This could be a massive scoreline today. Obviously, Stocksbridge Park, bottom of the table on 12 points. Quite far adrift of safety. So we need to capitalise on this. Hopefully get some goals for a few players to give them some confidence out there. Connor Robinson's not scored for 3 or 4 games maybe, I think. That may be a little bit exaggeration. But if he can score a few goals today, that would be great. And he could grab a goal there. Try to tackle the defender there. Didn't quite get on the end of it. Kelly, though, gets on the ball. Can put the cross into Robinson. And this time, Robinson can't get it. Mummery puts Mummery, I think, just passed it actually to Robinson. Robinson helps it on its way to score his 15th goal of the season. He's the top goal scorer in the league, actually. I think that's his 13th in the league. He scored 2 in the cup, I think. But he's the top scorer in the league. He scores a goal today. Hopefully that'll give him some confidence to grab a few more in this game and the next few games as well. Finally, we're winning on camera. It's been a while since, it's been a long time actually. The first game of the season we won on camera. Since then, nothing. So it's nice to be winning on camera for one. Another free kick from Idahen. This time he goes for the shot again. It was a decent free kick. Saved on the line by the goalkeeper there. Good play from us so far. He punts up the field, the goalkeeper, and we win the ball back straight away. Skolsbeard into Holmes. Holmes can put it up towards Kelly. Just a little bit too much on it. The keeper, rather than collects it, just clears it up. A bit panicky, I've got to say. Could work out for them, though, as Stocksbridge now put the ball in the area. Collected by Holmes after the block. Emery, I mean, we've conceded lots of own goals, so I'm very wary that we probably will score some own goals. Like, it's got to happen at some point soon, really, hasn't it? As Connor Robinson's been put forward, he gets his 2nd of the game, assisted by Jake Walker, his 16th of the season. Brilliant stuff. We're 3-0 up in 24 minutes. Let's just sit back. The share doesn't actually go back very far, does it? And relax. See, if we could be more like this in more of our games, that would be wonderful. As things stand, though, we are still 11 points behind Hanwell with live scores. That's not great. 11 points is a lot to make up at any stage of a season. We're not quite halfway yet, but it's still... In fact, we may be exactly halfway through, actually. I think today is actually the halfway point of a season. Stocksbridge Park Steels. There's only 20 teams, yeah. Not quite halfway. One more game to halfway, because it's 19 for halfway, isn't it? That's a lot to make up in half a season. But I'm backing us. I think if we keep doing what we're doing at the moment, we'll definitely be in the playoffs again. I'd rather not be in the playoffs again because we saw the heartache of that last season. But I just think 11 points is a lot to make up to Hanwell. But we kind of did more than that last season, didn't we? We were bottom of the table, nearly. 18th at one point. And then we suddenly won a lot of games and nearly actually won the title. We lost by 6 points in the end, which is a lot. But, you know, we could have got up there if we'd been a little bit more careful in games against the team that actually won the title. Chance for us now, though. Mummery into Roberts from the throw and into Kelly. Kelly back to Mummery. Mummery into Connor Robinson. No, not at all. Bailey Mummery gets the goal. Somehow goes in the back of the net. He scored his first of the season, which may put him on level with Matt Cotton. I don't think Matt Cotton really has done much this season. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Bailey Mummery so far in the 2 games that we've seen from him. I think he's worth the money, actually. I think we made a big mistake terminating the contract that we offered him a few weeks ago. I'm glad that I went back for him. It seems to have worked in our favour in this game, at least. And it sort of did last game as well against Hanwell until we couldn't score and they scored 1 goal with 1 shot. It was annoying. Either way, he's helped us to our joint biggest win of the season. I think we beat Colton on the opening day of the season 4-0, or was it 4-1? This is either way the joint biggest or the biggest win of all seasons. So that's a good thing. Moves us back into 7th, 1 point off the playoffs. So that's also nice to see. Hopefully next episode you'll see us in the playoffs. That'd be pretty good. Passionately, well done lads. That was a good win for us out there. Everyone looks happy with that. So that's great to see. Morale is back on the up again. It was looking a little bit low for a little bit, but it's back on the up now, which is nice. Jake Walker got a 9 at right back somehow. One assist, 2 key passes. Not quite sure what constitutes a 9, but we'll praise him anyway because... You know, he's on perfect anyway, so we don't need to egg him up anymore, really. But we may as well say a nice thing to him to cheer him up a little bit more. I won't lie to you, next episode is going to be pretty soon. Friday, when you watch next episode, is it's the work Christmas do for me. It's my first ever Christmas do, because I've not worked before. I've just finished uni, so I've got my first job. And there's a work Christmas do. I've not been to one of those before, so I'm kind of excited. Like, I don't know what happens. I mean, it's quite informal, I think. It's literally just our little team going out to the pub all night, I think. But I've not had it before, so I'm excited. So, to get a video out for you on Friday, I'm going to have to play it pretty quickly and things like that. So, we'll probably do Pontefract, and it sort of depends if we do Pontefract and Pickering or Pontefract and Frickley. You'll see next episode, but one of those 2 teams as well as Pontefract. So look forward to that. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have done, make sure you drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with notifications turned on so you never miss a video and a Lincoln Loco episode. Hopefully when I see you tomorrow, we'll be in the playoff positions. If not, hopefully we'll move into the playoff positions next episode. It's going to be a good one. I'll see you there.